Hello and welcome to Loki Studio Edit tab. This is Craig again, and we're going to go through the Editor tab. Now, when you first start out with Loki Studio, you're going to be in the Profiles section, and this is where you basically it collects all of your videos of like a theme or a type or whatever you want to call it. It's just a collection of your different videos, and then you're going to visit the Edit and Transcribe tab a little bit. The transcription tab is basically where all of the transcriptions from your videos happen. Translations, if you decide to translate it into different languages. I did not for any of these videos, which I should have. But essentially, if you want to reach a wider audience or a greater or much bigger audience, it's more than welcome to do that. And it does create an SRT file that gets uploaded to YouTube as well for captioning. So there's a lot of power behind this editor tab and transcription tabs, basically a tag team of power, right? As you can see, basically this is one of my videos. I gotta put mute on here, but I'm doing one word pop on the captioning system. If I didn't want to do that, I go to application settings, captions, one word pop, and I do sliding window. And then I go back to the editing tab. I scroll back a little bit. I gotta reload. You gotta reload the captions, and I also have it on 1.6. I also had it on one word, so it'll always be one word pop. Here we go. So while I was exploring, yeah, you don't really have to do the refresh. So, well, but sometimes it's good just to do the refresh if you needed to. So while I was exploring, I wanted to blah blah blah. I ramble a lot. It's just my thing. So basically, what happened? I can delete this track right here. This is my track. Me speaking, the microphone track. And then this is the track one is the video game track. So if you want to remove the video game track, you can, but the transcription system is track aware. So it will work on multiple tracks. It'll transcribe all the tracks, or like for me, I just want to transcribe microphone one. That's fine. You're more than welcome to do that. That's the power of this. You can edit the video as well, as you can see. This actually is an edited video. If you go in here, I'm on 14. So I'm actually already edited the video, and you can see there's an underscore edited in there. That just basically means the transcription system will transcribe this video only. If the variant system is turned on, you probably don't want to do that. Turn it off. But it will basically do the whole, it'll transcribe on that. If I want to edit more, it will still have the edited thing, but then we have to make a new transcription. So basically, if the video is like, the original video is like 10 minutes long, and we want to cut it down to like 5 or 6 minutes, we want to edit it and then retranscribe it to make sure everything's accurate. Okay, I already went a little too long into that. Auto cut voice is actually a very powerful feature. It's actually pretty darn awesome, really. Test generic, I'm going to show you that one. Because the Al Bundy video has a keyword that I know pops in very many times, and guess what it is? Yes, that. So we're going to analyze for the cut word, and we're going to apply it into cuts, and boom, done. So what happens is basically the first time Al Bundy says the word beer, which is right around here, or actually, okay, so it's actually, she says beer first. She says beer, and we start the keeper section. This is where, and action. We go into boom, boo, she says beer again right around here. And yep, she's basically, we want to cut before she says beer. So we're basically right at the word where she's starting to say the word beer. That timing is very critical. So that way, that's like cut, and cut. If you're a director, if you're doing videos, you can do that. Or if you do, like I did this for playing VR, I don't want to jump off and down off the VR stuff, and I want to find certain cuts in the like if there's a cut scene or that I want to cut out or a loading screen, I can just say I can say Farfignugan. You don't have to say beer. You can say Farfignugan. You can say anything you want. That's the power. That's the beauty of the whole system, right? And then there's another beer here selling beer, and then right here, if it wasn't for beer. We're going to scoop it over a little bit right there in the cut system. Make sure it wants to time it perfectly. And I mean, it's a little inaccurate on these things. And if you don't like the where the cut is, you can also you're free to move like resize the cut and everything. So that's just that's just a really powerful feature. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I mean it's a really nice feature. I can also manually do a cut. I know it's a little bit of a pain in the neck right now. I will refine this feature in the future. If I don't like the cut, also I can go here and delete that. Maybe I don't want this cut here. Sometimes that gets in the way. Boom, done. Okay, and it shows you the final like how much was trimmed off of the video. So right now I went from 2 minutes to 37 seconds because we cut all this stuff out. Um, Karaoke highlighting is basically, you know, like the us here right there. So boom, no more karaoke highlighting. You turn that off. That's sometimes valuable for multiple language videos. Like for like not oh wait, text generic. Let's stay there. Right, we got Miori's Forest. We got the edited version, which is 30 minutes versus, well, actually 10 minutes. Sorry, this one, the Korean one's 30 minutes. This one was originally an hour and 47 minutes. So the edited version has all the transcriptions to it, and right there. So I got to play. And hold on, let's go. Here we go. So we got the transcription, and the karaoke wording is now off. I have it in Italian, and I did translate it into English. So we have that That's a really powerful feature. And you don't even have to upload this to YouTube. I mean, you can download or find videos of other languages and translate them for your own collection. Like if you like anime and stuff, you can find Ripper DVD or something that you own. You know, legally, you know, modify your videos to have better captioning or like burn it or like, you know, better or more authentic captioning. So I'm going to a translation, more authentic translation. I'm going in there a little too. I'm rambling on that a little too much, but it is a very strong feature. Let's go back to the X4 feature. There's also something called series, which I have several series that I need to do. Like A, B, C. So I do this, boom, and it shows that it sees a pattern, right? I see episode 02, episode 02, 02, ABC, and it said, hey, you know, this looks like it's part of a series of videos that need to be, you know, be consolidated together, and it will do that. But now this one takes a little longer to load because it has to like basically take all the videos, merge them together into one. It's actually behind the scenes. It makes one video, and then boom, it's all set. If you don't like that, and if it's taking up too much space or whatever, you can always clear the cache. Here's where the video markers begin and end. I'm doing this one because also you can edit in Adobe Premiere or DaVinci. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I'm sure you already know how to do that. But what you want to do is also file, export, EDL. And essentially the EDL file is where your marked edits are. Now, you're not going to, I mean, this is where my marked edit was. I made one edit just to cut off a very small section of the last video in there, and then I ripple, delete, and everything. So basically, for Adobe Premiere, you can put in transitions, other text, other things, logos, whatever, and then send the EDL file of all your marked edits to this, and this will preserve all of your audio tracks, which is a very important feature to me. As you can see, I have 3 tracks of audio. Right now, I'm only using 2. I want to keep the voice audio separate from the rest of the rest of the audio, or I can actually have the flexibility to delete that if I needed to later. But I want to keep all my tracks preserved. Adobe does not do that. You can also do that in the final render later on. In the final render of your video, once you do all the transcriptions and everything, you can essentially, so like I will have like whatever, boom, here. I will do my transcription, but all that stuff. The Adobe one will be the final version, so I'll name it with _final. or you can rename. You can just give it the same, the the original video name if you want. For all that matters. If as long as the timestamp is newer than the underscore edited, the transcription will use the edited version. And then the upload will be this version that you saved in Adobe Photo Premiere or DaVinci or whatever Resolve. This is not or if you want to just use this as your standalone editor because you don't want to spend $30 a month on Premiere, or actually I think it's like 70 because you have to get the whole Adobe Creative Cloud. Or I did price it out. I think it's $20. Actually it is. It's $23 for a month for Adobe Premiere if you just want that. I'm paying for Adobe Creative Cloud, which is way too much, and I probably should just cut down. But that's me. So anyways, basically that's it in a nutshell for this. Is essentially the tab it's very powerful on that. I mean, you can mute these other settings are standard procedure for everything else. If you notice, if I mute this, it turns off the solo track because, well, I mean, you can't mute a solo. You don't want to mute a solo track. You don't need to put muted. It assumes that these are muted. The captions are basically wherever, like if I want the video game captions, where like if I want to just see the video game dialogue, where I don't know if there is any here. No, I didn't transcribe this. Yeah, I did not transcribe it. If you can't click the CC button, it's not transcribed. But that's the beauty of that too, as well as you can go into here. Let's say episode 8. Click on that. The CC button will be for this. Mute. Turn that off, and go into here. Whoops. Okay, so here we go. Incoming missile. That's basically the video game talking. And let's see if we can find another. I'm going a little fast on this one. Yeah, here we go. Jump gate. The void. Right, so basically, I mean, that's the transcription working. There we go. I'm just talking random stuff on the game. So, anyways, that's basically the editor tab. It's a quick and dirty editor, but it's designed to work with the transcription and work with Premiere. It's not a replacement of Adobe or DaVinci. It just basically it's a design for the accurate transcriptions and word format. So your final product can still be transcribed with your preserving the tracks. So your voice track, or your host track, or whatever, all your different tracks can still stay separate. You can do individual edits on them. You can even, I forgot to show this. You can, if you want if you still want the video game sound in there, you can turn it down all the way down to -20 and turn that up to 20. And once you're done with your edits, you basically just click render final video, or render, edited video right here, and it will just do its thing. And that's actually really quick. So let's just do it, right? So I want to make this final cut. I'm just going to cut the whole end section off, right? Now we went from 5 minutes to 2 minutes. We push render final video. It says you have enabled live captions, include burned in captions. No, because we don't. Well, actually, we could do that. But basically, it's done. It's already done. And then it's in here. What is it? Episode 8. So episode 8 right here is now, it has an edited and an original. The edited will be the one transcribed, not the original, and it will line up everything with that. Right now, this is why I want to preserve channels, because basically this is the game audio. I can literally scrub that, throw it away. Or I can also use that to add context to the metadata creator, which will expand more and make even more detailed descriptions of that of the video, especially if you're talking completely off topic. You want to be somewhat on topic of the X series, you can do that. And that's basically it. And then so delete that. Whoops, I gotta delete that. And I think I covered everything. The LUFS is a little bit of a weird feature. It's basically auto balance with intelligent multi-track mixing. Essentially, you analyze The audio, it'll say, okay, I'm suggesting this. It'll automatically adjust that. We can also automatically adjust the balance for voice versus like game track, so we can have a little bit of a plus and minus. But the voice, this is just basically for YouTube's volume standards thing, whatever it is. I already forgot. I spent a lot of time on the feature. I don't remember the details of it. I'm more of the tech on that. But essentially, you can do like YouTube, Apple, ATSC, whatever. Just basically for your videos. And that's it for this tab too. And so I will see you in the next the transcription tab for more detail on that. As I'm covering each tab individually, so we'll get through it all. Have a great one. Well, except for help and logs. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. But anyways, have a great one. Thank you for getting here.